Hello everyone, it's another fine evening. It's not too cold, not hot. The sun's just starting to go down, but guess what? Last week, which was I think Thursday, I got this package in the mail. And I had ordered also this, an A-static and some cable. And just looking at this, I don't know if you realize, what is it that I'm putting together here? Well, I'm gonna tell you. A couple of years ago, I always would be enjoying, when driving, to listen to the CB, because here in Utah, a lot of chatter on the CB channels. And looked around, and CBs are good CBs. I didn't really like some of the new stuff that was coming out, and bought a few of the old ones, but said, you know, I want something better. I want something for in emergencies that I can contact other people no matter where they are. So I ordered some radios. Now, this is the same type of radio that I had before. Unfortunately, the last radio I had, I pulled it out of the car, put it in the ambulance in the warehouse / shop that burned. So I didn't have the radio. So this radio is made in France. And the last time I ordered one, I ordered it from a company in England. And interesting enough, when I ordered it, it was the second day. I didn't pay any extra shipping or any extra cost. That radio came here all the way from England all the way to Utah in like 2 days from when I purchased it. That was fast shipping. Those guys were awesome. Fortunately, I tried to get a hold of them again. They went out of business during all the government lockdowns, and don't get me interested in that. I mean, I don't want to talk about that. They went out of business, and so I can't get a hold of them. Nice guys. I mean, I never seen them or heard them, but I sent them emails. They sent me a free programming cable. They gave me all this documentation. Guys were awesome. I just wish I could order from them. So I did some more looking around. A couple places here in Utah have these radios. Haven't told you the name of the radio yet. You're gonna have to wait. And finally, I came across, while searching for this radio and how to do some stuff with it, on YouTube. And guess who I found? Because he does a really neat little thing on the side. He has a regular job, but on the side, he goes and puts radios together for people. And guess what is one of the radios that he puts together? It's the one that I like. So, before I speak any more on the radio, let's take a look at what we got. I must say, sure packed them well. Now, I liked his Scott's Radios is the name of his YouTube channel. And I really like it. Basically, he goes through and puts radios together for people. And he puts a video together, if you want, on the radios that you are doing. So, he has put a whole video together on going through all my radios, testing them, making sure they're all good and ready to go for me. And it was pretty awesome. I really recommend his channel. I will put a link to his channel down below. And yeah, pull out one. I purchased 3 from him. Prices of these radios go between $200 and $300. I paid a little bit more for him to go through them and make sure. He orders them directly from the manufacturer, and whenever he orders them from the manufacturer, he has to order 5 at a time. And I really like these because this is more than just the CB. This is a really good 10 and 11 meter ham radio / CB. So this allows you to do the CB, but then it also allows you to do ham radio. Now, in order to use the ham radio section on this, you have to have a license. There's an exception to the license, and that's if there's an emergency with your life in danger, and then you can do that. So I am now going to unwrap it and show you what radio it is. I did a lot of research on this, and they've got radios that are basically ham radios that you can sort of convert over to CB, but I still wanted the click so I could go 1 through 40 and not have to worry about being off of frequency. So guess what I have? This is, I've got 3 of these, a CRT SS6900v. Now, the version that I purchased before was an N, and I love the radio. I mean, this thing was crystal clear. Everything on the CB worked just great. And then I could flip over and listen to all the ham radio channels in the area. And but my N version had one thing that this doesn't have. Well, doesn't have something this one has. The N version, you had to open up the radio in order to connect the USB port so you could program it. This has the port on the back, so you don't have to open it up to reprogram it. Now you can program this thing. It has basically A through F, and on each of those you can have 60 channels, and you can program them to whatever frequency. And this thing does, not only does it have a public address, it transmits continuous wave, AM, FM, upper sideband, and lower sideband. And then you can adjust the frequencies up and down. I don't remember exactly how much, but just very little to get it lined up to whoever you're listening to. So this thing has a lot of stuff. And I like the fact that I still have like a CB type knob, and then set up the channels so you can go through 1 through 40 to have the channels. Now there'd be one way that would be better that I would like on something if somebody made it, but since it's not available, nobody makes anything like that, this is the best alternative I have. So let's unpackage this and take a look. Now I ordered a few other things that you'll notice up here. I went down to Flying J real quick just to get a simple mount and everything to mount on this trailer so I can listen in. And one thing which is a must, and I've looked around at all the different ones, this astatic SWR RF field strength test meter. Yeah, it seems to be the best. I pay a little more than a cheapy one. So basically I hook this up, and this will tell me how much power I'm putting out, and if I'm getting any feedback, which is something you don't want. So, open up my little box here, pull out my radio. And there she is. And with everything that I've been doing here, I made one thing I forgot to do. I need a way to power it. I grabbed all the stuff to listen to it, but I need a way to power it. So it looks like I have my wires right here. I think I can grab me a battery. So I'm gonna go grab a battery, come back, and I will explain a little more about this. Grab the battery, a couple vice grips from a power cable. I'm all set up here. Yeah, so we have to make sure you never push the transmit button without a load. So I'm going to hook things up here and just go from there. All right, I will set everything up right here on the back of a trailer, which I have to make this video tonight because I'm going to be gone for a little bit. I'm going to be going to Montana for another one of our wacky adventures. Now, I'm not going to speak any on that, but get back to the radios. Now, nobody's paying me to promote this radio. This is a radio I found years ago on my own, and I like it so much. Plus, I want to make sure like everybody has a way of communicating. If anybody just looks at the news right now, it's like you don't want to. It's that bad. So whatever happens, I want to be able to be sure that I can like talk with people. One thing nice about both the CB and the ham radio frequencies is that at certain times of the day, you can actually get the signal to bounce off the ionosphere back to another section of the planet, and you could contact with somebody on the other side. If I was told from a few people, and I've actually heard some on my previous, people from the UK and even France. But it's not always, and it just depends on the weather, atmospheric conditions. But with one of these radios, if something really happens, you're going to be able to keep in touch. All the satellites could go down, all the cell towers could go down. You got a ham radio, but you got the CB. So if anybody has a CB, you can talk with them. And in emergencies, you can use the ham radio or get your license. I'm looking at, it'd be sort of cool to like maybe at least get the technical license. I guess that's like the first level. But I'm like so busy, it's hard to get around doing it. So I just basically just need something as a CB. But I use this radio, it's going to be for emergencies. So I am going to start hooking all my little thingies up, just in case I push a button or something. Just make sure I have a load. I'm going to connect a couple things up on here. So I'm just going to go to my meter, my A-static. Call it a PDC2, I believe. An A-static PD. Yeah, it says on the back it's a 302 PDC2. And I got that off of eBay. I ordered several of those. I put one of those with each radio. It allows you, it gives an antenna for a purpose I'm not yet certain what it's for. But I guess I go in on this side and out on this side. If I remember right, that was the way. I may have to look at the instructions. They don't have like anything that tells me which is in and which is out. If there is an in and out, I don't know, maybe it's two-way. Mustn't be that important if that's the case. So I put that there. This will tell me, give me a lot of my readings. Let's take a quick look. Is there anything? Guess it's 50 ohms in, 50 ohms out. I paid a little more money for some of the cables. I've ordered some more cables and some other antennas, but they haven't arrived. And I wanted to show this video because I was really interested in trying out the radio. So I just, like I mentioned before, went to Flying J and got this combination kit. Now if I can get it apart, that would be good. So I'm gonna take this apart, put the little metal antenna on it, and get back to you. Alrighty, this is gonna be it. I'm gonna power it up. Well, he's got it already set for the CB channel 23, which is 27.255 megahertz. Let's see if but I've got to plug in my mic. Let's shut it off and then turn it back on. Whoa, sun's going down. If I turn the camera, you'll see me slowly disappear in the dark. So we'll have to do this quick here. So I'm going to turn the radio back on. Let's just see if we can hear anything. I got everything connected. Got that antenna. It's not the best antenna, but pretty quiet today. It sounds like something's coming from Mexico. Or I'm actually surprised I'm not getting any. So well, I wish I had another radio so I could listen into and talk with someone else, but now this is above the CB. Somebody's, wonder if they're on FM. Upper sideband, lower. Now there's a way to adjust the frequency a little bit, but it's been a while since I used one of these. So we're in the amateur radio bands above 40. We have like other frequencies. It's getting lower. Maybe just go up higher. Ah, that's more low. Well, I've just got a little Mickey Mouse antenna at the moment, so I am really happy to have gotten this these radios. I found I can get a better image if I'm showing myself this way. So, like I said, this Scott's Radio's got his YouTube channel. It's pretty awesome. He will explain more on these radios, and he even has a basically a web page, which I believe is scottsradios.com. And that's where you purchase it. Basically, they handle all the purchases for him, and then when he gets home after work, he checks to see if somebody's made a purchase, and then he goes through it, and he'll put a video together for you. But I recommend watching his channel, because he doesn't do just this radio. He does all sorts of radio. So if you want to get into amateur radio, ham and stuff, he talks about and goes through a lot of the radios. There's even a lot of other people out there on YouTube that I was watching that have a lot of good information. Just don't remember the names of their channels. But for me, I mean, I looked several months, and this was like sort of the best value, usability, I mean, just all around best emergency radio. Now, if you want to have like higher frequencies and have more things like sending digital information and stuff, they've got some much higher frequency radios. I believe Baofeng is one of the main Chinese manufacturers that sells the Baofeng, and a lot of people have it. Even Heavy D purchased some of those Baofengs, but they have like a lot of awesome features, and I wish I had some of those features on these amateur radios, and CB. And you can get it all on regular, ham radios, but I still wanted just the CB to be able to do this work on that. So it's good, but remember, at those higher frequencies, they only travel line of sight. You can't bounce it off the atmosphere and talk with somebody in another country. The ham radio frequencies and the CB, the wavelengths are long, and they can travel up, bounce off, come back down, and it's really amazing. I could actually speak from Tooele County to Salt Lake County, and there is a giant mountain in between. So there's no line of sight. So my signal basically has to go all the way up the atmosphere and back down on the other side. And I talk with friends all the time doing that. Now on that, I just used a regular CB. I didn't even have this really nice one. And you have to be really careful with this radio because it is a ham radio / CB, and it will put out a maximum of 50 watts, just stock factory. That's a good power. So you get a good antenna and everything. This thing has an amazing reach, and always remember, a good antenna is even better than power. And so these are like amazing to have. I've used it, and I've put one in one of my cars and drove around, and it was so good at picking up. I could listen to people from all over, and in an emergency, you're way out in the middle of nowhere. You don't want to do it unless you have to, and it's a life critical thing. You can power it up and hopefully get a hold of somebody to bring to give you a rescue. So it's an amazing thing to have, and I don't know what else to say about it. I wish I could show you some more stuff tonight, but I've got to get ready for tomorrow and a big trip. So thank you all for watching, and please subscribe and please hit the like if you like this, and the notifications, and check out Scott's Radios on YouTube. And if you need to order something, he has everything on his channel on how to do the ordering, his website. And look into the radio and see if it's something you want, because in emergency situations and with the state of affairs that the whole world is like going through right now, I wanted a way that I did not have to rely on anybody else or any other technology to be able to communicate with someone. So the only way that somebody can break this communication is they would have to be jamming the ham radio bands. Otherwise, there's no way that they can stop you from transmitting, no way the power can do it. So as long as you have a radio and whoever you're talking to has a radio, you're good. So I thank you all. I hope this can help you out on maybe some of you people that are thinking about getting some sort of radios for emergency situations. And I probably will do some updates on this radio, but we have so many things going on. So thank you, and I'll be waiting to put out a next one, so I hope you're waiting for the new videos. So keep on watching. Thank you so much.